Good morning everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Yunia Fitrianggraini from class 2. This presentation will discuss about supply and demand. Let's start by talking about something that most people take for granted, that is the market. Why? The answer is simple, but is underrated. It's market, and for most of us, farms and factories and stores, but mainly it's just market. Market is any place where buyer and seller meet to exchange goods and service. The key to market is the concept of voluntary exchange. That is, that buyer and seller willingly decide to make a transaction. Let's say you go to the farmer market and you buy a box of blueberry for $5. You value the box of blueberry more than the $5 you gave up to get it. The seller valued the $5 more than the box of blueberry. The transaction a win-win because you got blueberry and the farmer got his money. The information that market generated to get a distribution of sort is what economists call the price signal. Market also intensive production of high-quality products. If the blueberries are brown and nasty, then no one's gonna want to buy them. Now, ideally, the eventual result of voluntary exchange is that sellers can make themselves better off without making something that makes buyer better off. And where the price come from? Who determines the price of box of blueberries? To answer that, let's talk about supply and demand. What is supply? The amount of a product that is offered for sale at all possible price in the market. Factor of supply. 1. Cost of input. When production costs go up, supply goes down. When production cost goes down, supply goes up. 2. Change in productivity. When productivity goes up, supply goes up. When productivity goes down, supply goes down. 3. Change in the number of sellers in the market. More sellers in the market, increase supply. Fewer sellers in the market, decrease supply. Next, what is the main quantities of a particular good or service customers are willing and able to buy at different possible price? Factor of demand. 1. Change in income. When income goes up, consumers buy more. When income goes down, consumers buy less. 2. Price or availability of substitutes. A substitute is a good that can be used in place of another. 3. Price or availability of complementary goods. Complementary goods are things that are often sold or used together. 4. Change in the number of buyers. And 5. Change is tasted and preference. Let's use the market for blueberries to help us understand this concept. On the y-axis, we have the price of blueberries. On the x-axis, we have the quantity of box of blueberries. Let's start by looking at buyers and how they respond to a change in price. If the price goes up for blueberries, then some buyer will go buy strawberries. The point is they gonna buy less blueberries, and if the price goes down for blueberries, then people are gonna buy more. This is called the law of demand. When the price goes up, people buy less. When the price goes down, people buy more. On the graph is shown by a downward sloping demand curve. Now, let's think about seller like the farmer in the farmers market. If the price of blueberry go up, that the farmer will make more profit. So we'll have an incentive to produce more strawberries. If the price goes down, then he's not gonna want to produce blueberries. That color the law of supply, and on the graph it's shown by upward sloping supply curve. Now let's put supply and demand together. If the price is really high at $10, then producer would like to produce a lot of blueberry, but consumers won't want to buy them. This mismatch is called a surplus. And if the price goes down for blueberries, let's say down to $1, then buyer want to buy a lot. But producer won't have intensive and they produce very little. In the end you have mismatch, but this one called a shortage. And there only one price where the quantity that buyer want to buy is exactly equal to the quantity that seller want to sell. And it's right here where supply equal demand. The price is called the equilibrium price and the quantity is called the equilibrium quantity. In the fact, the price for all sorts of stuff changes all the time. External forces can shift both the supply and demand curve, changing the equilibrium price and quantity. For example, let's assume that graph show the demand on supply of blueberry in summer. What happens in the winter? Will the change in weather affect buyer demand or product supply? The answer is supply. Colder temperature make it harder to grow blueberries. The result is the entry supply curve is gonna shift to the left. This is because of possible price there be fewer blueberries produced. This graph is just a tool that economists and everyone else use to show the result of change in the market. I know seems complicated at first, but there are really only 4 things that can happen in a market. Supply can decrease, supply can increase, demand can increase, or demand can increase. Some people might want to talk about price being alright. Well, that all depends on your point of view. The buyer always considers a low price to be a very fair price, while the seller considers it unfair and vice versa. In general, economists don't really like to push opinion about price. Voluntary exchange suggests that the price is there for a reason. For example, assume the demand for blueberries inexplicably falls, so the demand curve shifts to the left and the equilibrium price and quantity fall. Farmers might go to the government for assistance, but most economists would argue there's no reason to bail them out. The market spoken. Blueberries are over. Furthermore, if the government helps the farmer by giving them a subsidy, it will be putting the share towards something that society doesn't value. That will be inefficient. Luckily, every reasonable person on earth values blueberry, so they continue to get products. That is all for me. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I would like apologize if there I mistake. I hope what I have shared will be beneficial for all of us. Good morning.